Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Before we move on, don't forget to drop a like. If you are new here, then don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Also, do click on the bell icon to turn on our post notifications. So without further delay, let's get started. Companies that support the LGBTQ+ community should be acknowledged and praised. Throughout its history, the LGBTQ+ rights movement has had many ups and downs. Every employee should feel supported and respected by their company to build the most refined workplace culture and community. However, according to the Human Rights Campaign HRC research, 46% of LGBTQ workers are closed at work. The top reason they don't report negative comments they hear is that they don't believe anything would be done about it. Supporting LGBTQ employees can take numerous forms, depending on the firm. Still, the fundamental goal is to ensure that all employees are uplifted and regarded as valuable members of the workplace community, regardless of how they are identified. Employee resource groups, specific perks for same-sex couples and transgender employees, and financial support for LGBTQ organisations are examples of how a corporation accepts and supports employees of all gender identities. Here are the 9 famous companies with the most engaging queer-focused programs. Google. Given its size, it's not unexpected that Google has a diversity and inclusion department, as well as LGBTQ-specific programming. They have a group called the Gaglers, which I'm going to deem nice, though a little cheesy. The group is in charge of the firm's global pride celebrations and can influence company policy. The workplace atmosphere is liberal and the pay is generous. Uber. Recruitment and retention, community outreach, and training are the 3 fundamental methods that this carpooling business uses to help LGBTQ employees. Their global gender transition recommendations, for example, detail their support system for transitioning employees and guidelines for co-workers, HR representatives, managers, and friends and family. Uber also showed its support for the LGBTQ community by joining the Human Rights Campaign's Business Coalition for the Equality Act, which backed federal legislation that gave LGBTQ employees equal protection in the workplace. Apple. With over 25,000 employees engaging in Apple's ERGs, the firm encourages an inclusive workplace. Every year, Apple launches a special edition Apple Watch for Pride, and proceeds from the sale of these watches goes to LGBTQ groups such as GLSEN, PFLAG, the Trevor Project, and others. CocaCola. CocaCola has long been a backer of the LGBTQ community. Over time, they've updated company culture and practices to be a resource for its LGBTQ employees, including starting to offer transgender inclusive health insurance coverage in 2011. Coca-Cola also contributes to legislation fighting anti-LGBTQ Religious Freedom Restoration Act, RFRA, legislation in several states. IKEA. The IKEA Group aspires to provide an atmosphere that is entirely inclusive and supportive of LGBTQ employees. IKEA is aiming to achieve workplace equality for LGBTQ people. All of these outreach efforts are in addition to IKEA's substantial LGBTQ inclusive healthcare and other perks for its employees. PayPal. For the 10th consecutive year, PayPal got a perfect score of 100 on the HRC's Corporate Equality Index, which assesses how well LGBTQ employees are treated at the corporation. They focused on covering mental health care for LGBTQ employees, creating a double stigma for employees dealing with mental health difficulties. Twitter. Twitter maintains an account for its LGBTQ ERG, Twitter Open, where they tweet about critical problems, retweet material from their LGBTQ employees, and support the other ERGs, keeping with their ethos. LGBTQ employees at Twitter are continually part of the global conversation through this Twitter account, which allows the community to organise and participate in events. Starbucks has made it plain that it not only supports LGBTQ equality, but that its support for the LGBTQ community is more important than profits. CEO Howard Schultz received a query from a shareholder concerned about losing business due to Starbucks' support for gay marriage during a 2013 company meeting. What was Schultz's response? You are free to sell your stock. Microsoft. Even though Pride Month in 2020 looked different, Microsoft was still committed to making a difference by releasing limited edition Pride items, donating to important LGBTQ charities, and providing additional support to their staff. Microsoft employees can get help, lobbying, networking opportunities, external outreach to organizations, and education promotion through Glean.